Good evening and welcome to News Tonight, where we get you the biggest news and events through the day from across India and the world. I am Tina Jha and these are the headlines. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu gives away national awards to 45 teachers, underscores the need to provide quality school education to children in their mother tongue to promote Indian culture and tradition on Teachers' Day. Schools can't refuse admission to students for lack of Aadhaar number, says Unique Identification Authority of India. UIDAI circular urges schools to facilitate special camps for Aadhaar enrollment and updation. Indian Air Force Vice Chief Air Marshal endorses Rafale aircraft, asserts it will give India unprecedented combat capabilities, tells critics of the deal to understand the norms and procurement process. Inaugural edition of 2+2 dialogue between India and the US tomorrow to focus on defense and foreign affairs. Prime Minister Modi to be briefed on the meetings between the two Indian ministers and their American counterparts. And Maharashtra government urges Supreme Court to vacate order placing the 5 activists under house arrest in the Bhima-Koregaon violence. Says there is strong evidence showing they're active members of the banned Communist Party of India Maoist outfit. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu on Wednesday gave away the national awards to 45 teachers in New Delhi. The award is given as public recognition to meritorious teachers working in primary, middle and secondary schools. Speaking on the occasion, the Vice President said teachers must make their instructions learner-friendly and must know each child well and respond to their learning needs. He also said all children have different learning styles and teachers need to adopt different teaching methods to maximize learning.
और देश में अलग-अलग जगह पे अलग-अलग practices क्या है? What are the new techniques, new innovations, new methods? Are the old methods which are refined that will be known to other teachers also, so that they can also follow the same and they can get inspiration from this. That is the purpose and it has been done very well.
The Vice President also called upon teachers to transform the country's classrooms into centers of instructional excellence with quality education. He added it is because of teachers that the system of education is moving steadily towards greater heights of excellence. He made a strong pitch for imparting school education in mother tongue throughout the country.
In recognizing your outstanding contribution, the government has not only recognized you as an individual, but also has showcased that what can actually be achieved with competence, commitment and collaboration. Recognizing the unrecognized is the best way, because people सुदूर भारत में सभी इलाके में रहने वाले ऐसी अध्यापकों का, उन लोगों का प्रतिभा का चयन करके उनको सम्मानित करना बहुत अभिनंदनीय है.
Also present at the event, HRD Minister Prakash Javadekar said 45 teachers were selected for felicitation on the basis of good performance. He added the government is not only focusing on quality education for the students, but also quality training for teachers.
पूरे स्कूल शिक्षा का समग्रता से विचार करने वाली ये समग्र शिक्षा है. इसमें 3 पहल का केवल 3 वाक्यों में उल्लेख करूंगा. एक है पढ़े भारत बढ़े भारत. 15 लाख सरकारी स्कूलों को हर वर्ष में 5,000 से 20,000 रुपए की ग्रांट देंगे, जिससे लाइब्रेरी बनेगी.
The Unique Identification Authority of India has asserted that schools cannot refuse admission to students for lack of Aadhaar. In a statement, the authority termed denial on such grounds as invalid. UIDAI said it is the responsibility of the schools to provide Aadhaar enrollment and facility to their students. It has also exhorted schools to coordinate with local banks, post offices, state education department and the district administration to facilitate special camps in their premises for Aadhaar enrollment and updation. According to an official circular, the UIDAI has said it is aware of instances where some schools are refusing admission in the absence of Aadhaar. In the midst of a raging political squabble over the purchase of 36 Rafale jets, the Vice Chief of the Indian Air Force said on Wednesday that the aircraft will give India unprecedented combat capabilities. Air Marshal S.B. Deo said those criticizing the deal must understand the procurement norms and policy. He also indicated unhappiness over the delay in delivery of indigenously developed light combat aircraft Tejas by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited and suggested that private sector should be involved in its production. The Indian Air Force is reeling under the shortage of combat aircraft. At present, it has 31 fighter squadrons against the authorized strength of 42 squadrons.
We find that people don't have the information, okay, and I shouldn't be, speaking, I'm not authorized to volunteer in information, so we just lump it, and it's not, this kind of things, we're just waiting for this aircraft to come. Okay, it's a beautiful aircraft, it's a very capable aircraft, and it's a capability that we need very quickly.
In related news, the Supreme Court has agreed to hear next week a plea seeking a stay on the Rafale fighter jet deal between India and France. A bench of Chief Justice Deepak Mishra and Justices A.M. Khanwilkar and D.Y. Chandrachud considered the submissions of Advocate M.L. Sharma that his plea be listed for urgent hearing. In his petition, Sharma has alleged discrepancies in the fighter jet deal with France and sought a stay on it. With the government under attack from the opposition on the Rafale issue, the country's security brass on Wednesday briefed the Union Council of Ministers on the fighter aircraft deal with France in a bid to provide the leaders with facts to counter allegations. News reports suggest National Security Advisor Ajit Doval and Defence Secretary Sanjay Mitra made a detailed presentation on various aspects of the deal in the meeting. The ministers were informed that it was a deal between two governments involving no private party, thus leaving little scope for corruption. Remember, India had inked an intergovernmental agreement with France in September 2016 for procurement of 36 Rafale fighter jets at a cost of around 58,000 crore rupees. The delivery of the jets is scheduled to begin from September 2019. Commerce and Industry Minister Suresh Prabhu on Wednesday launched the National Mission on Government eMarketplace. The GEM platform provides online solution to procure commonly used goods and services for all central and state departments.
The government on Wednesday launched the National Mission on Government eMarketplace. Starting 6 September, the 6-week special drive will be launched at the state headquarters by chief ministers. It will cover important sectors and flagship programs. It will also focus on buyer registration drive and vendor registration drive with special focus on MSMEs.
छोटे छोटे महिलाओं ने चलाए हुए जो हमारी सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप है उसको जो छोटे कारीगर है उनके लिए भी जीएम के माध्यम से अपने माल बेचने का मौका मिलेगा। साथ ही में इसके साथ साथ जो छोटे उद्योग हैं उनको भी ज़्यादा बढ़ोतरी दी जाएगी और यदि इसके कोई दूसरा भी उसमें खरीदना चाहता है तो उसको भी उसमें खरीदने का मौका मिलेगा।
The national mission is expected to promote inclusiveness, transparency and efficiency in public procurement and achieve cashless, contactless and paperless transactions. This will increase overall efficiency and lead to cost saving on government expenditure in procurement.
पूरी मात्रा में पारदर्शिता आने के कारण इसमें जो भी कोई गलत बातें होती थी उसको पूरी तरह से अभी अटका ला गया है और साथ ही में आने वाले दिनों में इसकी वजह से क्वालिटी में इम्प्रूवमेंट आ रहा है क्योंकि लोग भी खरीदेंगे तो पहला उसका वेरिफिकेशन होगा। पहले वेरिफिकेशन करने की स्थिति अलग थी, आज वेरिफिकेशन करना अलग है, खरीदने वाला अलग है, तो इसके लिए वो भी एक उसमें चीज़ आ गई।
The GEM was launched as a pilot project in August 2016. Till August 26, 2018, it crossed 10,800 crore in value terms and 6.96 lakh in volume of transactions through the platform. More than 1.35 lakh sellers offer 4.43 lakh products on the GEM platform that has 26,500 organizations as buyers. While all states and union territories are buying through GEM, 25 states and union territories have already signed an MOU to make procurement through GEM mandatory. It has led to an overall average saving in cost of procurement to the tune of about 25%. Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
And time for a short break. News and updates will continue on the other side.
Tales that inspire. Stories of social change. A salute to diversity. Promoting public discourse. Events that motivate. Inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries.
Sen, an outstanding and extraordinary saltwater swimmer of India. He is the first Asian to swim the English Channel way back in 1958. And just 8 years later, in 1966, he swam the 7 seas of the 5 continents in 1 calendar year, which etched his name in the Guinness Book of World Records. In 1959, he was also conferred the Padma Shri, and in 1967 he was awarded the Padma Bhushan.
Art arisen from a multi-hued cultural canvas. Tradition and cultural fervor dating back centuries. And encircling them all, there's a magic that awes. Embrace your nation's brilliant human warmth. Watch Colours of India, Sundays at 9:30 p.m. on Rajya Sabha television.
Welcome back. You're watching News Tonight. Finance Minister Arun Jaitly addressed a press conference after the Union Cabinet meeting today. Jaitly ruled out the reason for any panic over the fall of the rupee in relation to the dollar, which he pointed out was due to global factors. Listen in.
The reasons are global. We must bear in mind that in the last few months, dollar has strengthened against almost every currency. And therefore, most global currencies have weakened vis-a-vis the dollar. As far as other currencies are concerned, the rupee has consistently either strengthened or remained in a range. It has not weakened qua any one of them. In fact, against most of the other currencies in the world, compared to what it was 4 to 5 years ago, the rupee is better off. I can't say the same about dollar.
The Maharashtra police on Wednesday filed a response in the Supreme Court on the arrest of activists in connection with the Bhima-Koregaon violence case. In its response, the police said that the 5 activists were not held for dissenting opinion, but the arrests were based on evidence linking them with banned CPI Maoists. The police also accused activists of planning to carry out violence, planned ambush against the country and the security forces. Last month, the police had arrested 5 activists for alleged links with Maoists. They were booked under IPC Section 153A, which relates to promoting enmity between different groups on grounds of religion, race, place or birth, residence, language, and also committing acts prejudicial to maintenance of harmony. The Supreme Court on Wednesday deferred till further orders the commencement of the process of receiving claims and objections for the National Register of Citizens in Assam. The Apex Court has also sought the centre's response on the suggestion that any one of the 10 documents can be used by claimants to prove legacy. The bench expressed reservation over sharing with the centre the copy of the NRC coordinator's report on the modalities for receiving claims from those excluded in draft NRC, explaining that the court has to strike a balance. India and Bulgaria have signed 4 MOUs, including one on civil nuclear cooperation, as President Ramnath Kovind held talks with his Bulgarian counterpart, Roman Radev. President Kovind also invited the Balkan nation to become a key partner of India in the defence sector. Following detailed talks between Presidents Kovind and Radev, 4 MOUs on investment, tourism, civil nuclear cooperation and the establishment of Hindi chair at the Sofia University were signed. A program of cooperation was also signed to enhance scientific cooperation. President Kovind arrived in Bulgaria on Tuesday on the second leg of his 8-day 3-nation visit to Europe to continue India's high-level engagements with the European countries. Bilateral trade between India and Bulgaria has grown 76% during the year 2016-17, but there is a lot of scope for expanding the current bilateral trade basket as well as for enhancing the quantum in the existing items of export and import.
Bulgaria can become a key partner for India in the defense sector under our Make in India program and in technology-intensive sectors such as IT, logistics and infrastructure under our Digital India and Smart Cities program. Indian companies are also keen to deepen their footprint in the Bulgarian market.
India and the United States will engage in the 2+2 meeting of foreign and defense ministers for the first time tomorrow. The agenda will center around a global strategy to ensure a balance of power amid confrontation on trade and strategic issues between the two world powers.
The 2+2 meeting in Delhi on Thursday will take place in 3 stages. The first will include a 1+1 between respective foreign ministers Sushma Swaraj and Mike Pompeo and defense ministers Nirmala Sitharaman and James Mattis. The second session will have both foreign and defense ministers along with the respective delegation members jointly discussing issues from a bilateral perspective. The participants will then jointly apprise Prime Minister Narendra Modi of the result of the meet. Experts feel the initiative shows a deep desire on both sides to come together to tackle global challenges.
The strategic issues, bilateral issues, regional issues in a format of 2+2 is itself a very powerful signal of the growing importance of strategic partnership between India and the US.
Strategy, defense and trade are the 3 aspects of 2+2 meetings between India and the US. The meeting will also see discussions on issues related to Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, the Middle East, China and the Indo-Pacific region. India's defense purchases with its proposed S-400 missile systems from the Russians is expected to be discussed.
It's a question of needs. Something which the US can supply, something which Russia can supply, something which Israel can supply. And since, as I said, the Indian needs are quite strong and growing, so I'm sure India can do business both with Russia as well as with the US.
The US could ask India to stop oil purchases from Iran, to which India will try to emphasize the importance of Indian presence in the region via Iran.
The different dimensions of strategic partnership, US and India, they can work together. We are important to them in their global strategy and their regional strategy, and they are important to us in our bilateral strategy and also regional strategy.
India on its own is expected to raise issues like cross-border terrorism from Pakistan and will urge the Americans to tighten the noose further for complete dismantling of terror machines from Pakistani territories. The issue of H-1B visa is also likely to figure in the talks. Akhilesh Suman's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacted with Asian Games medal winners on Wednesday. The Prime Minister congratulated the medal winners for their exemplary performance in Indonesia. He also encouraged the athletes to keep moving forward. He also had one-on-one interactions with the medal winners and advised the athletes to prepare for the 2020 Japan Olympics. Sports Minister Rajya Singh Rathore was also present during the meeting. The Indian contingent finished the Asian Games 2018 on a high note, winning 69 medals in total to register their best ever medal haul at the Games. India bagged 15 gold, 24 silver and 30 bronze medals to finish 8th on the medals tally.
पहले मेरे देशवासियों को धन्यवाद देना चाहती हूँ क्योंकि उन लोगों ने इतना प्यार, इतना आशीर्वाद और इतना साथ दिया है। उन लोगों के वजह से आज यहाँ पे पहुँचा हूँ और खुद का भी हार्ड ट्रेनिंग एंड अच्छा वेदर, अच्छा खाना मिला है। AFI ने हेल्प किया इसमें, तो इस वजह से हम लोग यहाँ पे पहुँचा हो।
जब हम कुछ मेडल्स लेके आते हैं, कुछ मेहनत करके कुछ मिलता है, तो वो हर एक जन का अप्रिशिएशन मिलता है। प्रधानमंत्री जी कर रहे हैं, उधर राष्ट्रपति जी भी हमें मतलब हर मेडल के बाद ट्वीट कर रहे हैं, तो वो हौसला मिलता है कि इतने बड़े बड़े लोग अगर आपका मैच देख रहे हैं तो मतलब क्या आप किस लेवल पे हो, आप किस चीज़ को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हो। तो वो जो देश का वो जुनून है वो और बढ़ जाता है कि हाँ कि देखो अगर हम मतलब मेडल लेके आ रहे हैं तो प्रधानमंत्री जी एक पूरा देश का संचालक होता है और अगर वो आपको कुछ कर रहे हैं तो मतलब आप कुछ बहुत ही बड़ा कर रहे हैं। तो बस वही है कि जोश अपने आप आ जाता है और हम चाहते हैं कि वो ऐसे ही हमें आशीर्वाद देते रहें और हम ऐसे ही देश के लिए मेडल्स देते रहें।
बहुत ही मुश्किल था ये स्पोर्ट्स जर्नी मेरा, बहुत ही ज़्यादा। कभी इंजरी तो कभी फैमिली वाला प्रॉब्लम, कभी ये कभी वो, बहुत ही ज़्यादा। लेकिन कोई नहीं, मुझे बस इंडिया के लिए मेडल जीतना था तो मैं जीत ली।
जी मेरे फादर साहब बहुत ज़्यादा उनको इंटरेस्ट था भी मेरा बेटा करे स्पोर्ट्स में आए, तो उन्होंने मुझे कभी भी किसी तरह की कोई दिक्कत नहीं आने दी। और हालांकि इतना मेरा फैमिली बैकग्राउंड है इतना ज़्यादा है स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं है, पर फिर भी उन्होंने कभी मेरे दिक्कत नहीं आने दी। उन्होंने मुझे हमेशा ही काफ़ी क्या बूस्ट अप किया है कि तू कर सकता है, तो उनका भी बहुत बड़ा एक योगदान है।
Tragic news coming in from Assam, where at least 3 people drowned and 11 others are missing after an overloaded motorized country boat capsized in the Brahmaputra River after hitting a rock on Wednesday. According to the district administration of Kamrup, 10 passengers were rescued while 12 others managed to swim to safety. The boat with 36 passengers was on its way to North Guwahati in Kamrup district when its engine developed a technical snag and hit a rock. The national and state disaster response forces have been pressed into service to find the missing people. Assam Chief Minister Sarbanand Sonowal has instituted a high-level inquiry. The inland water transport, meanwhile, on the Brahmaputra has temporarily been suspended. Another dead body was found on Wednesday at the spot in South Kolkata, where the Maharashtra bridge collapsed on Tuesday, taking the death toll to 2. Meanwhile, 21 people, including 3 women injured in the incident, are receiving treatment at various hospitals in the city. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has assured that the matter is being probed from all angles, announcing a compensation of 5 lakh rupees for the deceased. The locals in Kolkata cited the lack of maintenance as the prime reason behind the collapse of the 50-year-old bridge Maharashtra on Diamond Harbour Road in South Kolkata. And at least 11 people were killed and more than 400 injured in Japan's deadliest storm in 25 years. The typhoon, which slammed into western Japan on Tuesday, inundated the main international airport, disrupting over 700 flights and land travel. Thousands were ordered to evacuate their homes around Japan's second major city, Osaka, amid warnings of high waves, flooding and mudslides. More than 1.6 million households remained without power in Osaka, Kyoto and 4 nearby places until late Tuesday night. Jagi, reportedly the strongest typhoon to hit Japan since 1993, first made landfall in Japan's southwestern island of Shikoku around noon on Tuesday at 2 p.m. near Kobe. The storm is expected to weaken as it moves northwards. And that's it from us in this bulletin. Thanks for your time.